Hey, yo, everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video. And I figured we'd do something a little fun today. No major in-depth discussion, no big review. Today I kind of want to just show off my figure collection for my DC and Marvel figures. As you can see, I have a big back wall here, and initially before COVID, we were actually preparing to move, so I put all these in storage. But then COVID happened. I lost my job, so we couldn't get the mortgage. So I decided, well, if I'm going to be depressed while COVID's happening, might as well have Batman and Superman and Wolverine and everyone else out here keeping me happy. But I've been working on it a little bit in this time period, right? I can't spend too much on figures because obviously money's tight. Plus, as you're going to see when I go over this, I'm going to flip the camera around. I'm running out of space. So, and who knows what house I'm going to be in next. But the only figure collections I have out are the superhero ones. And, I'm going to flip this and it's going to look bad. My room's a disaster. But I also have... Ignore all the Pokemon cards on the ground in the comic book box. This looks like a comic book fan's room, right? Look at all the boxes that I'm disorganizing. But the only other figures I have up are my Dragon Ball Z figures and my Power Ranger collection, which I can do later if you want. Not the whole collection there, but, you know. Anyways, right, let's talk about my Marvel DC collection. And it's going to be heavy DC, but I do have a nice little shelf over there for Marvel. And I'm pretty proud of this collection. There's a lot of figures here I like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over each section for you. And then I'll point out the philosophy behind how I organized it. And then in addition to that, I'll point out some of my favorite figures from each kind of category. Right? Because let me flip this around. Whoop! So I have, and again, excuse any of the boxes and stuff like that. This is not my whole collection, right? All my supervillains, all my non-Justice League superheroes are still in boxes, I think. You can probably see there's some empty bags, but, like, you're not going to see any Harley Quinn because she's all in the box. You're going to see, like, no Joker because they're all in the boxes. I mainly just took out Justice League, Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman Allies, and Marvel. And again, I apologize for the mess on the floor. You're going to see... We play D&D up here, so there's a lot of Red Bull and a lot of other stuff. So I might as well just kind of hit this up. What do you guys want to do? Left to right, right to left, or should I just start in the center? Ooh. Might as well start in the center with my favorite, which is obviously my Batman collection. This section is all completely dedicated to the Batman, right? And I've had this collection for years, decades, right? All the way back to some of the originals, like the Combat Belt Batman up there, to, some of the newer ones, like the Mafex Hush Batman. There's a lot here. So let's go over how I organized it. I basically broke it up as such, right? This is cartoons, right here. Anything animated or cartoons, that includes animated films. This is going to be more of a modern era / Jim Lee section. Obviously, not all of it's Jim Lee, but a little bit of a modern era right here. This underneath is going to continue kind of just everything else, right? That's probably a bad description. Underneath is going to be the movie section, video game, and then bigger figures / Elseworld. So let's just take a peek at them. Right up here, we got, the Justice League Batman, the Batman, Justice League Unlimited, Batman the Animated Series, New Adventures of Batman, Batman the Animated Series. I mean, you can see all here, all figures that represent Batman throughout his cartoon lifetime, right? Really great figures. This section right here, obviously the Combat Belt Batman. So many good memories playing with this as a kid, and I love this figure to death. It just represents, without a doubt, one of the best eras of Batman. Next, we have probably one of my favorite sections is the general modern section here. So I try to give a bit of a theme on the first row. Everything on the first row here is Jim Lee inspired because Jim Lee is my favorite artist. So as you can see, you have like Detective 1000, Mafex Batman, Hush Batman, Justice League Batman. And then in the back, just some of my favorite Mattel figures, as well as some other goodies from DC Direct, DC Collectibles. Sorry about the shadow, but, you know, I don't have a fancy light here. But I really love this figure section. Obviously, I love the new 52 Justice League Batman. It's gorgeous, but my new favorite figure that has trumped it is the Mafex Hush Batman. The level of erection that I get from this figure is just through the roof. Love it to death. I got 2 of them, one to keep in box. Hopefully one day I meet Jim Lee again for the 4th time, and I can have him sign it. So we got some of the Lego Batmans here, right? I have Lego Batmans throughout. These are the new 52 Lego Batmans. Usually the center figure is the one that I like the most. You'll see that, but it's not always the case. So this is more 90s, early 2000s Batman, mixed with some other stuff in between. Really, really cool looking stuff. You know, this is one of the more recent ones, the JLA one that I got my hands on. You know, you got your Lego Batman down there. You got some of the new 52 in the background. I kind of kept this section here for the Greg Capullo-ish figures because there's a lot. But I have to say the Darwin Cook one from New Frontier. Oh, I love that figure. Rest in peace. Really great looking figure from one of the best artists of all time. And now the movie figures. This is a great section that I'm proud of how much I've been growing it. I've been buying a lot of the Mafex figures, as you can see the Batman Mafex there. But a lot of figures from back in the day. One of the ones I'm most proud of getting, and that's pretty hard to get, is the Gotham City 2-pack, or it's called the Guardian of Gotham ones. Now, poor Val Kilmer fell over here, and now that I'm trying to adjust him, the other Val Kilmer is going to get here. I know Batman Forever is not really the best Batman film, but I have a lot of love for it and nostalgia because it, you know, 1995, it's kind of old enough that I could appreciate the films a little bit more. But this is a great section. I don't know which figure I like the most. I mean, obviously there is the Batman 89 Batman figure right there that I love. But I do love the Mafex Ben Affleck Batman, as well as the Mafex Batman Begins Batman. I don't care for the Dark Knight suit. I have it back there. But I do love the Batman Begins suit. So the Mafex figures are really great. The Justice League one is also pretty good too. Underneath, we have video games, right? And it's basically Batman Arkham. I did throw the Batmobile there. That is the Todd McFarlane Connect and Collect figure. Sorry for the shakiness. But, you know, you have some Injustice, but most of them are going to be Batman Arkham ones. And although Arkham Knight is not my favorite Batman Arkham game, I have to say I do like the Arkham Knight figure. The bend in the leg here does bother me a bit, but on a whole is built pretty well. Although I have to say the McFarlane figure is pretty sexy. And then underneath here we have the rest of the Batman figures. This is all Elseworld. Well, not all Elseworld. Obviously you have Long Halloween and Ed Benz's Justice League Batman, but a bunch of Elseworlds and just miscellaneous ones. And the favorite in this is the Hellbat. I'm actually going to redisplay these later, but I love the Hellbat suit. So that we're talking about Batman, let's go over to his allies. First row is Catwoman. Now, Catwoman is currently in contention for what my favorite figure is because I have the Mafex Hush Catwoman on the way. So I don't know. I really dig the Mafex ones right there. I really dig this one from the 7-pack. I believe it was 7-pack. The Villain Hero Versus. Of course, the classic Hush is nice too. And oddly enough, I also like the Arkham Catwoman there. And I'm a big fan of the purple costume. Catwoman's had a lot of great figures, so I love growing her collection right here. And probably the gem of this is going to be the DC superhero one because that one's just a bitch to find. But one of my favorite sections is my Dick Grayson section. This, oh, you guys know how much I love Dick Grayson. All Nightwing, all Robin. Look at that. There's the other half of that Gotham, Guardians of Gotham one. And that sexy Teen Titans one. I think the Hush one is my favorite. I think it's also one of the better Hush figures. The 2003 or 2004 Hush line has some really good figures and has some not so good figures. But that accurately portrays Jim Lee's art, and it's just gorgeous. But look at all these figures. Oh, God bless you, Nightwing. And then this is, of course, Batman Nightwing. So, yeah. And then the Jason Todd section, right? These are all the Jason Todds throughout the years. And not as many Jason Todd figures. I keep on saying Mafex, but that Mafex Hush Jason Todd's coming out. But even if it is coming out, I still love this DC collectible ones. I actually had to get two. This one fell, so his leg broke, and it's actually been glued on. But I got a new one, mint in box, and I'll just keep it up there. But it's tough to say, but I have to say that's my favorite. Although I do love this one without the helmet on and the domino mask. So the Jason Todd figures, and I get that's supposed to be Dick Grayson, but the head variant just looks so much like Jason. But I love my Jason Todd section. And then we got my Tim Drake section, my boy Tim Drake, Red Robin, Robin, everything in between. And I think there's no doubt that my favorite figure is going to be this new Red Robin figure. But I do have a hard soft spot for the DC Universe Classics DC UC figure. Not as many Tim Drake figures as I thought I would get. I still need to get some animated Tim Drake. And my Barbara Gordon section, which is, oh God, this is the worst balancing figure in the world. The Greg Capullo one, which I might just put up against the wall so it balances better. Again, a much smaller section. I don't know which Barbara Gordon figure I like the most. They're all pretty good. Maybe this one. The Todd McFarlane figure has really been pulling off some good stuff. And finally, this is other Batman allies. Poor guys are down at the bottom. You got Azrael, Huntress, two Damians, another Azrael, Batwoman, Spoiler, Batwing, Signal when he was just kind of We Are Robin, Katana, and my boy Alfred. So these are the other Batman family. And the only reason why they're in that section is, one, I don't have room for a section for each of them. And number two is I don't have enough figures to justify it. Let's take a look at the Justice League real quickly. So these are some figures I got that I haven't put away yet. I got the Hush Poison Ivy, and then got that new Joker that came out from White Knight. All my Hush figures, right? I have some on display, but I have all the boxes up here too. I started putting away a bunch of boxes also. As you can see, Justice League Batman's missing because it was signed by Jim Lee, so I put that in storage. But that's neither here nor there, right? Flash. There we are. We have the Bard Allens, we have the Wally West, we have all his villains, and then we have the man himself, Barry Allen. That Jim Lee Barry Allen is so gorgeous. But there's a bunch of great figures. Most recent is the Mafex Flash, which is there. I'm going to play around with his poses. I don't know which one's my favorite. Probably the Jim Lee one, although I have a nice soft spot for the classic Silver Age one. And that Wally West one, not perfect, but it's probably the best Wally we've had in a while. Underneath is Hal Jordan. I love all the Green Lanterns, but Hal's my favorite. He also has the most amount of figures to him. And there is no denying which is my favorite Hal Jordan figure. And it's going to be the Jim Lee one. These Justice League Jim Lee figures are just so good. They look really nice, but I mean, we got the whole plethora here of different Hal Jordans, so I'm very happy. I really do like the fact that I got the Justice League Unlimited 3-pack Hal Jordan, and I do like the Batman, and I'm also particularly fond of the Superpowers one. I don't know if this is one of the later releases. I don't know. I just got it. It was fairly cheap. And then my boy Aquaman and all of his side characters, which is basically just Mirror. I have a really hard soft spot for this one, the Multiverse one for Jason Momoa. I want to get the Mafex one, but the Mafex one is so expensive. Of course, the Jim Lee one is super sexy, and I love the Brightest Day Mirror. But so many Tridents. Do you guys like Tridents? Because I like Tridents, and so does Aquaman. So, really great section Gotta love the Aquaman. Wonder Woman. My girl Wonder Woman. One of my favorite superheroes of all time. I kind of divided her up into 3 sections. We got, and there's no real rhyme or reason to it, but this is more of Wonder Woman modern. So New 52 onwards, or basically 2000s onwards, with some of her supporting characters in the background. We got Madonna's there. And then Cassie. Right? Obviously, I like this one, the Trinity 3-pack, Wonder Woman. I have a real fondness for this figure, but I also do like the Who is Wonder Woman figure that came out. Really good looking stuff. Down here, we have a little bit more Elseworld Wonder Woman, as well as variant kind of Wonder Womans. So you got, the ring slinger Wonder Womans, but you also have first appearance, Artemis, Silver Age, or superpowers kind of, Darren Cook, Earth 2s. So you got all these figures here. Again, beautiful figure. And these are all other media, right? Movies, video games, television shows. Is mostly going to be Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. But we got a couple other things on there. We got some cartoons. There we go. And even Pig Wonder Woman with the little bracers. That's so cute. And on to our boy Superman. And we have a fallen soldier. This is, what's going to happen? I'm going to try to fix this, put him up straight. I'm going to knock over 3 figures while doing it. This figure has a habit of falling a lot. The golden, there we go. So this is kind of more, I want to say, classic Superman stuff. So, and all the different variants. So basically Superman 90s and earlier. I have fallen in love with this Detective Comics, Action Comics 1000 Superman. I just love how it can pose. But we have all his supporting characters. The thing I keep kicking myself in the butt with is I sold a lot of figures, including the DC UC Superboy. So I was upset that I did that, and I kick myself every day for it. But still, I love this Superman collection. Underneath is going to be my New 52 Rebirth Superman. So you got Earth 2, you got some Rebirth stuff right here. You got the New 52 stuff. Again, Jim Lee, love this. I like the metallic one more than the regular one. I think it just pops a little bit more, and his armor was a little bit more metallic. Got Lex in the back, President, Superman, Power Girl. And underneath we have Superman and other media, so cartoons. We've got Supergirl in the back, Melissa Benoist. I've got our boy Henry Cavill. Unfortunately, I don't have any Christopher Reeves figures, and that's going to have to change because he is the man and everyone should know it. But look at that Mafex Superman. Looking good. Look at that beautiful cape. Why can't you have a cape like that? So let me just level it out a little bit more so you can see it. Okay, and then that's all my DC. Let's hit up Marvel. Misconception is that I don't like Marvel. I do love Marvel. I do. But I'm very selective on what I like about Marvel. There's a few more DC stuff. I love nostalgia, right? I have so much nostalgia for 90s X-Men. It's what I grew up with the X-Men. So this is my X-Men section. As you can see, my favorite X-Men is Wolverine, my favorite Marvel character. So I tend to have a little bit more figures for him. But I'm starting to grow the rest of the X team right back here. I just got Gambit and Forge today for fairly cheap. It's going to be tough because Rogue and Beast are pretty expensive. But I love this Wolverine. I think they did a really good job on it. And the brown suit one. And even though Wolverine's my favorite, I have a huge soft spot for Jean Grey. And this is the Marvel Legends 3-pack Jean Grey. And I think they did a fantastic job with the figure. Let's see if I can get out of the way so you get more light. So I'm a big fan of that figure, and I also love the storm that came there. This is what's going to happen, right? One drops, and then everything else drops with them. I'll fix them later. But I'm really glad with the Wolverines. I'm really glad with all the X-Men that I've been getting. See? One falls and everything else falls with it. The reason why I have these boards on there is because this was painted and it wasn't painted well. So if the figures sit on them, they get hot, then the paint gets on the figure's feet. It's happened so many times. But a big nostalgic fan for 90s X-Men. Love this figure. Love this figure. I have the 3-pack in box, but I don't want to open it, so I can't get to the Cyclops. And then finally, this is just miscellaneous Marvel. I loved this Iron Man figure back when I was a kid. I had to re-get it. It's not complete. As you can see, he's missing the guns. But I loved this figure when I was younger. This is my favorite Iron Man suit, too. And then you got all these Captain Americas. I really love this Captain right here. She-Hulk. This was a nice one. And it's mostly Captain and She-Hulk with one Iron Man. God, geez, Wolverine, you're killing me here there, dog. Ugh. Jeez. So yeah, that's basically my Marvel DC collection right now. I think I'm pretty good. I think, right? I don't have enough room for everything. Actually, whenever we do move out, I'm going to have to pick and choose what I store and what I don't. These things will definitely be out of the Batman, but I can't buy any more Batman figures. I have way too many. Look at this. Way too many. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Just a little fun 20-minute video. I got some work I have to do anyways, but I wanted to just throw this out here for you guys. And tell me what part of the collection you like the most. Tell me what figure you like the most. Do you think I displayed them good or not? Well, anyways, with that said, also, please, we have a new podcast, the World of Fandom podcast. I have the link down below. We got 4 episodes up. Tomorrow we're doing episode 5. It's going to be a nice Power Ranger talk, but we talk about everything. Comic books, video games, wrestling. It's just a different topic every night. Just fun geeks getting together and having a fun time talking about stuff. So please check it out. Give me feedback on it. A lot of love is being put into it, so I hope you guys enjoy it. With that said, this is Andrew saying peace out now.